Hello, lovely friends. I'm back. It is week 22 out of 50, and it's time for this week's challenge. Hello, lovely friends. So here we are. It's week 22. The sun is shining, and we are out in the garden, enjoying a little bit of warmth. And it was warmth that brought about this week's challenge. In fact, it was the heat, because Joe and I are finding it very, very warm and almost hellish, which made Joe think about Dante's Inferno. Inferno is the Italian for hell. So for those of you who don't know, Dante is an Italian author. He wrote the Divine Comedy, which is his journey through, first of all, hell, then purgatory, and finally paradise. It's a very political story, which seems quite appropriate at the moment with everything that is going on. My challenge today is to read you 50 seconds of it. Now, apart from being in Italian, it is also in Italian that was written in the 1300s, so it is old Italian, and hence quite challenging. The story takes place over 7 days in April, set in April in 1300, and it starts on Good Friday, and it is, as I said, Dante's journey through, first of all, hell, to purgatory and then to paradise. He has a guide, Virgil, who takes him through hell, and along the way in hell he meets all of the sinners there. Hell in Dante's world is divided into 9 circles, and so he goes down each of the circles and meets and talks to some of the people he finds there. A lot of them are political characters from his time, and particularly from Florence, where he lived up until the time that he was exiled. This is my original copy of Dante's Inferno from when I studied it up in Leeds University. So a little bit of a throwback, much like last week from my days at university, but this one a little more literary. 50 seconds of Dante's Inferno. I did struggle as to which bit of it to read. There's so much, and it's such a good story. I thought about page 50. That found us trying to cross the river, not us, found Dante trying to cross the river with Virgil, and having a little bit of trouble because the river keeper, Acheron, wouldn't let him cross. Then I thought about Canto 22. The story is divided into 100 cantos or verses. As it's week 22, Canto 22 was all about barratry, which I had to look up because I couldn't for the life of me remember what that was about. It was a long time ago. And then eventually I decided just to start from the beginning, and hopefully it might inspire some of you to go away and read it, probably in an English translation. So, let me just get my timer back up and set and enjoy. Nel mezzo del cammin di nostra vita mi ritrovai per una selva oscura che la diritta via era smarrita. Ah, quanto a dir qual era e cosa dura esta selva selvaggia e aspra e forte, che nel pensier rinnova la paura. Tant'è amara che poco è più morte, ma per trattar del ben ch'io vi trovai, dirò delle altre cose ch'io vo scorte. Io non so ben ridir come io v'entrai, tant'era pieno di sonno a quel punto che la verace via abbandonai. Ma poi, chi fui al piede di un colle giunto, là dove terminava quella valle che m'aveva di paura il cor compunto, guardai in alto e vidi le sue spalle vestite già dei raggi del pianeta, che mena dritto altrui per ogni calle. So that was the first 50 seconds. And that is Dante's finding himself in the wood. For those of you who don't speak Italian from the 1300s, let me just read you the translation. In the middle of the journey of our life, I came to myself within a dark wood, where the true way had been lost. Ah, how hard a thing it is to tell of that wood, savage and harsh and dense, the thought of which renews my fear. So bitter is it that death is hardly more. But to give account of the good which I found there, I will tell of the other things I noted there. I cannot rightly tell how I entered there. I was so full of sleep at that moment where I left the true way. But when I had reached the foot of a hill at the end of that valley which pierced my heart, with fear I looked up and saw its shoulders had already clothed with the beams of the planet that leads men straight on the road. Dante goes on to meet a leopard, a lion and a wolf in the first canto, and then he meets Virgil, his lovely guide. So that was this week's challenge. Now, the Olympics are starting today, opening ceremony today. So next week's challenge is going to be a little bit more, how should we say, sporty themed. I hope to see you then. In the meantime, thank you to everybody who has donated this week. And of course it is all in aid of the Motor Neurone Disease Association. So if you are in a position to help out, that would be great. If you're not, as always, that's absolutely fine. Please do like and share the post if you've seen it on social media, or subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're seeing it there. And tune in next week for next week's challenge. Take care, have a good week, stay safe in the sunshine. Bye bye.